Ooh. Ooh.
And I think we're live.
Hola,
We seem to
people.
be live. Yep, we are live.
That's awesome.
So hello, everybody. And if anybody doesn't know, in the center here we have Chattanooga Ed. And on the end we have Josh from Aquamate.
Good night.
And me. And hi, Chicklets 23. And Grasshopper and Mike. And GRB. And anybody lurking or just coming in. And I'll show you guys what we're going to do tonight. Mostly we're going to have fun. But I'm going to auction off a couple pieces. And please, I do not expect them to go for a lot, okay? Because they are just like simple sketches. They're not highly detailed drawings. They're just simple sketches that I pulled out of my sketchbook. Because I have a bill I have to pay. So I'm not expecting them nor wanting them to go for a lot. But I'll show you what I got. Oh, there's Bob.
Awesome.
Bob.
Good day, Bob. Now, am I saying it right by saying good day?
Yeah. G'day. So no, don't say
G'day.
good. You just go g'day.
Good day. Good day.
G'day, mate.
Good day.
Okay, so I'm going to blow myself up for just a minute and show you guys what I got. And like I say, these are fresh out of my sketchbook. And most of them were just done from life, just sitting there sketching, looking at stuff. So they are not highly detailed. However, if anybody wants to get an original sketch from me, it's a good opportunity to get one for relatively cheap. So I'm going to show you what I got here. I guess I'll blow myself up to do it.
Ooh. While you do this,
Well,
I'm going to run the other room.
What we got tonight is, this is just some little sketches of bears I did while I was looking at them. So they aren't, it's not like super high detail. It's in brown pencil and it's matted to an 11 by 14. And this is just a really simple little sketch of a mute swan. And it is also matted to an 11 by 14. And this one is a little bit more detailed. I spent a little bit more time on it, but it's kind of an unusual subject matter for me. This one was from the Shaker Village in Massachusetts. And it's from the old farmhouse, and it's actually 3 doorways.
That's awesome.
From one spot, which I thought was kind of cool. And it's in brown pencils. And the wrinkles are on the plastic covering protector. It's not on the drawing itself, just so you know. But this one is in brown pencils. And like I said, it's kind of a different drawing for me, but it's a little bit closer to a finished drawing than the other ones are. So there's that one. And then this is a baby swan, and it's matted to a 5 by 7. And like I say, they're just real simple sketches because they're done from life. So they are not highly detailed like a lot of my work is. And this one is a little grizzly bear, and it is matted to an 8 by 10, and it's charcoal. So that's what I have tonight. And please, I do not expect them to sell for a ton of money because, like I say, they are just sketches.
That was very, very cool to me.
Yes,
As always.
And like I say, most of them were just done from life, sitting there on the spot. So they're kind of quickie sketches. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do here in a little while if a few more people show up. I don't even know who else is streaming tonight. So
Fishy Biz might still be going.
oh, he might be. Yeah, that's right.
So some people might pop over after that. Yeah, it's Mary Page Flynn on tonight.
Oh, Mary Page.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like streaming on top of other people, which I hate.
Oh no, he
Normally try not
he
to
went-
do.
he went like an hour ago, so he's probably wrapping it up.
Yeah,
he's
that's what I
going
tried to
over.
go.
That's where I just came from modding.
Oh, okay, because I knew he was going tonight, but I was hoping he'd be done because I didn't want to stream over him. So
What was that
anyway,
What was the book that you had there, Ed? Oh, he's on the phone. Good fun to
Father
ask him.
Fish. Yeah, that's from a Shaker village in Massachusetts. It's an old Shaker village farmhouse, and I just liked all the doors and stuff. So normally I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not a landscape like a I don't know.
Halo.
Huh?
I said halo to Father Fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hi, Father Fish.
But yeah, that's not my normal type of drawing, but I like old stuff, and the Shaker village was really old, so farmhouse was quite old. But like I say, I don't expect any of these to sell for a lot. I'm just trying to make enough to pay a couple bills. So anytime we're ready, I could try to auction one, and if nobody buys one, well, that's just the way it goes. I'll do it again Wednesday night and add some more to it.
How many
Still
people
life
we got here?
could be kind of a still life. I have another one that I didn't mat, but I'll probably add it to Wednesdays. That's some of the old pottery at the Shaker village. But I didn't get it matted, so I decided not to do it tonight.
Lou wants to know how you bid.
Oh, I just hold one up and one at a time, and we bid, and whoever wins the bid, I'll put my PayPal in, or why are we always yelling? We'll put my PayPal in. It's just under my Gmail, and then I send them. And if you buy one, make sure you put your mailing address on the PayPal. So
Have you ever had somebody not give you the address and it got all messed up?
actually, yeah, I've got one card sitting here that I still need to get an address for, and I'm waiting to see the person again so I can get their address. It isn't one that I sold, it's one that I gave away, but I've never gotten their address.
Gotcha.
I would say wait until Fishy Beers is finished before you do your first one, because it sounds like they're wrapping up and there's a whole bunch of people over there.
Oh, are they still wrapping up? Okay, I'll wait a little bit. So what do you got going on, Josh? Oh, wait, let's see what Ed is working on there. He needs to show everybody.
I am right now making the fins for my clown loaches. I'm got a pack of them that I've made. They're all going to be in one full model, or like a little sculpture, and I'm going to put this in the clash, compete in the clash with these guys.
I think that's going to be so cool. Show them the one on the stick so they can kind of see how they're going to look.
Yeah, I probably should have brought it. I've got a coolie loach on a stick upstairs. Or not a coolie loach, but a clown loach upstairs. But this was a little goldfish that I gave away on my channel that's similar, but I'm going to do this one on a big base. You know, with all the clown.
Yeah, you got bunches of fish. Are you going to use like a piece of driftwood or just like a sanded down piece of wood?
Well, I think I'm trying to find, if you cut a log, like plates of logs, it's like a nice, I'm trying to find one that's cocked like an angle, so it's like a oval, and then I want to stain that, and then I'm going to put rocks on that and maybe some driftwood or something, and have them, all like how coolie loaches are, how they're all in their big groups.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be on sticks. This one's going to be just sitting on the bottom. I've got his...
they're going to be clown loaches, though, right? Not coolie loaches?
Yeah, I keep saying coolie. I mean clown. This one's going to be sitting on the bottom because his dorsal fin's kind of down, and He's just going to be flat. And then this little guy, I've curved him up, and he's going to be kind of jumping above like this.
Oh, that'll look so
in
cool.
the group. So, but right now, I've just got to figure out how to make their little fins, and I want them the right shape for their bodies. Because it's one thing I learned. I made a dozen fish to give away on my fish or on my live streams, and I give one out a week. But I made the fish with the fins all attached, and so they keep breaking off and stuff. So this time I'm going to make all the fins separate and then glue them on, because they break off.
Out really good.
Yeah, they break off when I'm cooking them because it gets real soft and it puts too much weight on it, the fins.
Oh, yeah.
So that's when they break. So this time I'm just going to glue the fins on.
It's one of those physics things.
Yeah. But that, I'm going to have a whole mess of those guys. I think that'll be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Sandy. Hey, Cat.
That'll look really cool.
Thank you. Now, they don't have huge fins, so I've got to, like the first one I made is way too big. I pulled out, my telephone turns off, so I've got my old fish cyclopedia here with a picture of every fish there is, and I got a black and white also of them. And maybe that's why I keep saying coolie loach, because there's a coolie loach I was just looking at in here.
It happens, Ed.
Yeah.
To me every day.
I appreciate it, Bob.
I've got a lone Pakistani loach over here. I got him to try and see if he would eat some snails and fix a few problems for me. And he's done well, but I ended up moving him into a larger tank, and they're so fast and so hard to catch that I'm like, oh, well, you can just stay in there on your own. I mean, he's in there with other, like, corridoras and endless and a goldfish like this big. And the temperature set at like 21, so I don't know what that is for you guys, but yeah, he's having fun. But that's the only loach I've ever kept.
What's it look like?
It sort of looks like a clown loach, except white with black spots.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like maybe a longer face, like a more pointed nose.
Yeah, kind of like a yo-yo loach, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Loach.
Have you called it a Pakistan loach?
Pakistani loach, yeah.
Pakistani loach. Oh, well, they look a lot like a yo-yo.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I think they are. That's
I think
what we call them.
loach, actually, yeah.
Well, I've got one of those guys, and he's gotten pretty big, and he's so stinking fast, I can't catch him.
That is flashy looking.
They're super quick, aren't they?
But you see how you can see the Y's and the O's for yo-yo?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why they call it that? Okay. Well, maybe... I swear we call them yo-yo loaches down here too. Maybe it was just where I bought them they were called Pakistani loaches.
Well, that's pretty neat, though. I didn't know where they were from. They must be from Pakistan area.
Yeah. Loach.
Oh, it looks like Fishy Biz is still live.
Yeah, they didn't want him to end, and they were trying to decide who was going to go next, and nobody wanted to. So,
Did we jump in and say we're over here?
Sure.
It's okay. I could go ahead and auction one of the small ones.
Well, I don't know how many. I'm in StreamYard, so I have no idea how many people we've got.
It looks like 12 people.
Oh, jeepers. You may want to wait. Okay, so I think I've decided on what their fins are going to look like. Pretty small. I just kept narrowing it back and back and back.
Remember to allow for shrinkage.
Yep. What every man hates.
Yep. I was trying not to say anything about it.
I used to make a lot of ceramic flowers that are really neat, but I don't know if I can do I'd like to make a ceramic plant because I love how the glazes melt on them because it really makes it look like it's glass, but it's like greens and just touches of brown and stuff. You can make it look like very realistic, which
nice.
I just love but I don't have access to a kiln. We had a place here in town that had them that you could take stuff in and, pay them to do it, or they give classes and you could do it in their classes or whatever. But they closed down during the whole academic or whatever, when everybody was sick.
Another fish from India. There's actually a lot of fish from India.
Yep.
In the hobby.
Google's my best friend.
So the yo-yo loach and Pakistani loach are the same thing.
Yeah. I just did that right off the top of my head. I didn't.
Good work, Luke. I was just like waiting for the right
language.
spot to say we can go over to punching when you finish because they're still asking questions. And part of the fish is like, hey,
They got
Punch is
started
doing-
on the hot seat questions real late. They didn't start until like a quarter to.
having too much fun over there.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't my normal streaming time, so,
Right.
it's kind of my own fault here.
Oh, well. Oh, screwing, turning the
Yeah,
wrong way.
We've got Aquamate.
That's right.
Like I said, I could.
That might be the problem.
That must be the problem. But I could go ahead and like do a couple little ones, and if they don't sell, then I'll just do it again on Wednesday.
Whoa.
Well, it's up to you.
So I'm gonna do like because I don't want these to sell for a lot because I'd feel bad because they're just sketches.
But we would love $1,000 starting bid.
No, I'm thinking a starting bid of like 20 so that the postage is covered plus a little bit. And yeah. And I'm not like trying to get like a lot of money for any of them. So
Now, how does postage work? Do you pay the postage?
yeah.
Well, I would think if you give one out for $20, you're only making
And it'll be-
$2.
I'm gonna make about $10, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm hoping they sell for a little bit more than that, but I'm not gonna like sit and cry if they don't. But I am gonna put the $20 limit on it just so that I do have the postage covered.
Okay.
So you don't want to pay for us to get free stuff.
No, no.
I'm out of here.
Now, what if you're like in Canada or Australia? I bet postage is more than $20 there.
Yeah, it still wouldn't be like super, super expensive, but hopefully they'd sell for more than 20.
Is
But,
it more expensive for Tennessee?
Tennessee is 20.
Is
But it doesn't cost, believe it or not, it's not like super, super expensive. to send overseas. But like if I sold something for 20 and sent it overseas, I might end up with just a couple dollars.
Ed and I get our mail by pack mule.
Yep. I mailed a shirt to
Hello.
Whip. He bought one, and it cost me only $5.50 in shipping. But then Wisconsin, which is just a state over, it cost me $9.50, $4 more for a T-shirt for like a half-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I sent, I don't remember how much the postage was on the drawing that I sent you, Josh, but I know when I sent an oil painting to Sweden, and it cost me about $45, I think, to send it.
Ouch.
And that was with very little insurance because he didn't want me to put a lot of insurance on it because then he would have had to pay a big fee and going through customs. So we kind of took a chance, and I sent it without much insurance on it at all. But it got there just fine.
Memory, it was like $80 for me postage.
Yeah, but that was like a really big one though.
Yeah,
and
that's small. Australian. So
yeah,
we're like, what are we? 70 cents to the American dollar or something.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see if anybody. I'll do the littlest one first, which is just this little baby swan. And like I say, it's just a simple sketch. It's not highly detailed. This was just actually a live sketch. So, and it's 5x7 framed. And if anybody's interested, they can like throw a bid out there.
Well, I know what ducklings and goslings are, but what are swanlings? Or what do you call swan
I
babies?
can't. I was trying to remember, and I don't remember what a baby swan is.
Swanettes or something, maybe.
Are they still a gosling?
An ugly duckling?
Well, we'll ask.
Where's that Google?
What's a baby swan called?
Oh, a cygnet.
Yeah.
Cygnet. A male swan is called a cob, and a female is called a pen. And the babies are called cygnets.
It's kind of a cuter baby than what I was picturing. I thought they were going to be more ugly than that. It's kind of cute.
Oh, no, they're cute. They're all white and fuzzy.
Look at that little guy.
There's a company that makes phone covers called Signet and chargers.
Are they fuzzy and white?
No.
Are they made out of swan hide?
Yeah,
look at how delicious they look. So cute.
I had the horrible task to take 6 kittens to the vet today for their first shots and stuff. So stinking cute.
And I don't see anybody bidding on that, so we'll put it off to the side. And
do you want to show us all of them again?
The what?
Do you want to show us all of them again in case there's one that, like, oh, actually, I want to hold out.
Oh, Xanadu bid 15. Okay.
Yossi bid.
There's Yossi.
Too late.
So
okay, I'll blow myself up and show you all of them again.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so we got this little drawing that we're doing right now. It's framed to a 5x7, and it's a cygnet, and that's what we're bidding on right now. And then also for tonight, this is framed to an 8x10, and it is a grizzly bear.
You don't know that bear?
That is Brutus.
It is? Okay.
Yep. And then this one's a little bit more of a finished drawing. The wrinkles, like I said, are in the cover, not on the drawing itself, because it's like protected. And it's framed to, it's matted to a size 11x14, the 8x10 opening. And let's see if we can see it. It's of an old Shaker Village farmhouse.
Really neat.
And we got 3 3 separate doorways showing in the one drawing, which is why I sketched it. Because we've got, let me see if I can get my fingers. We've got a doorway right there, and the outside door, and then of course the door that you're looking through.
That one's generating a bit of interest.
Yeah. And then the old plank floors and stuff. And it's done in brown pencils. And then we got a really simple 11 by 14 sketch of a mute swan. And this was just some quick sketches. Then in my sketchbook of the bears when I was sitting watching the bears. And it's in brown pencil. And actually it's Brutus on top and my mind just
Sally on
the bottom.
You should have said Sally as girlfriend.
Well, this is a good opportunity to get some stuff for not too much money.
Well, Alex very interested. 75 for the Grizz. Do you want to? Yeah, maybe there's one in particular you want to start.
Well,
with.
we got right now we were doing the Signet.
Okay. Xanadu is at 15 on that, but we need to be at least
And
20.
Xanadu is at $15 for this one.
So you got 15 for the Signet. Anybody else?
Yep, and then we'll do the Grizz next, and we'll start with the 75 on that one of Brutus. And that one is actually a pretty good little sketch. It's not huge, but
Hey, Kiwi.
I think Alex wanting both of the bears.
oh, for the 2 bears, okay, we'll do that one next.
The
Then.
Grizz and the 2 bears. So
Good day, Kiwi.
Wait,
Wait,
we
what's
got
the,
like too many bids thrown out. 75 for the Grizz and 50 for the 2 bears, and
Yeah.
15 for this one. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sell this one to Xanadu for $15 because I can mail this one fairly cheap because it's small.
So you're gonna make something off that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll probably make $7 or $8 anyway.
Okay.
So, need to send the money to PayPal, which Grasshopper will throw out my PayPal, and put your mailing address on it. Put your mailing address on it, Xanadu. And then which beer? We'll start out with this one here. We'll do this one next. This one is a charcoal drawing of Brutus. And we'll do it next. And it is matted to a 8 by 10. Which all of these that I'm showing you tonight, that I'm selling tonight, can be just dropped into a ready-made frame, so you don't have to spend hardly any money on framing. They'll be shipped without a frame, with matted, but you can drop them into a frame really easy without spending a bunch of money.
So you got 75 from Alex on the Grizzly.
On the Grizzly, yeah.
The single or the double?
The Grizz.
The single one.
Okay.
Then he bid 50 for the 2, which we'll do next.
Nice.
And then after that, we'll do the drawing of the Shaker Village. So we got 75 on this one. Is that right, Alec? Oh, I had that happen I've had that happen like 3 times in the last 2 weeks, Kiwi. We've been getting really bad thunderstorms. And then when the power goes out, and then when the power comes back on, my internet is out for a couple hours while I fix that. The one storm, it was really bad, and the internet internet went out, not just on, of course, it was out because the power was out. And then when the power came back on, it was out for a couple more hours.
It's nice, Xanadu. Did you see what Xanadu said? I'll just send 50.
Oh my gosh. Thank you,
Oh,
Xanadu. You didn't have to do that. Make sure you put your mailing address on there, though. Or email me your mailing address. So we got 85 on the grizzly bear. What was I saying? Oh, the storm even knocked the phone out. It knocked the phone's internet out. It was like a really bad storm, and it knocked both the computer out and the phone internet out.
Got 100 on the grizzly now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, I was like investigating how much rainfall that Chattanooga gets, and it said that we averagely get 55 inches a year, which Portland gets 32 and Seattle gets 35, just to give it a comparison how much
Seattle gets more rain than Portland, which Portland gets a lot of rain. I grew up in the Portland area.
Well, but we average 55, and 2 years ago we got 70, and last year we got 65, and they aren't going to give this year's until it's done. So it's been crazy how wet this place is.
Yeah, we're being warned that that's going to happen down here as well this summer. They said it's going to be extremely wet.
I have like webbed toes from growing up in Portland.
Yeah. This is considered a rainforest. No, just a rainforest, not a tropical rain.
Damn, if you get you an OnlyFans page, you can make some money on those webs, girl. Web feet.
I don't see Xanadu's thing yet. I hope it went through okay on the PayPal.
He said it was play money, fake money, so I don't know.
Oh. Okay, so we are at $100 on the bear.
That's the last I saw.
Yep. So we'll give it a going once and going twice here pretty quick. But when you do send it, Xanadu, make sure to put your address, add your address to it in the comments.
Oh, X-Deer. I found out Chris, the guy who won this goldfish in our stream, he likes to DM. So maybe we can get him to be our dungeon master. Just something to think about on the side, X-Deer. Sorry, that didn't really apply to the story.
Oh, she might buy some more stuff. Oh, she's got 110 on the little drawing of Brutus.
Uh-oh. Got a bidding war going, maybe.
Oh, my goodness.
Today I went to the doctor. Well, not really the doctor, but the blood nurse, because my blood's been too thick. And today it was too thin.
Oh, no.
So now I got to go back in 2 weeks to see if they get it right in the right area again.
Oh, Alex going with 135 on the grizzly bear. My favorite t-shirt when I was growing up, I had a t-shirt that said Portland Rain Festival, January 1st through December 31st.
I'm just curious, Pam, is that sketch of Brutus one that you used to do the original Terry got from you?
No. Nope, actually that sketch is one that I did sitting there watching him. Brutus was always fun. And I used to sell all of them that I did doing that in this little gift shop that they had at the Bear Sanctuary. And I don't know how I missed that one, but I was going through my sketchbook and saw it today. But like I say, I used to sell all of them at the gift shop there, at the bear place when I worked there.
Did they give you a good deal on it?
Yeah. I would set the price and they would sell them pretty fast. They were always asking me to do more. So.
Did they get like a 5% or 20%?
I think I gave them, if I remember right, I gave them like 30%.
Oh wow, that was very generous.
Because I wanted to support the bear place too. It's
You guys have bears down in Australia other than
it's a non-profit, and it's a bear sanctuary. So.
Yeah.
Would you say it?
Other than koala bears, do you guys have like any real type of bears in Australia? No. You have them at the zoo?
Yeah, we've got them at the zoo. Polar bears and brown bears. I don't know about black bears. Or grizzlies. Grizzlies and brown bears are the same thing, yeah?
Pretty much.
Not really. Brown bears are further up north, like in Alaska and Canada, and they're a lot bigger than grizzlies.
Oh.
A lot bigger than grizzlies. Grizzly bears are smaller, and they're kind of the same, but not really. But the grizzly bears down in the lower 48 will also have like a really dish face too, and they're smaller.
Are brown bears the same thing as a Kodiak?
Xanadu conceded and congratulated Alec. So
okay, so Alec, congratulations, you got that bear. So we'll do the bear sketch.
Well done.
I'm confused about the grizzlies now.
And you know what? We're doing okay tonight, so I might give away the Swan at the end, like auction off the two bears, and then the Shaker Village one, and then this Swan here I might just give away.
Well,
do a giveaway on.
But you know what? If we can auction it, then it's a little ahead for next month.
Well, that's true. It's a little bit because I'll be having to pay the rent pretty soon too. But right now I got like my storage bill, and I don't want to lose my storage unit because I got some paintings in there and a bunch of art supplies and canvases and stuff. So I got to pay it in the next couple of days. But so we're gonna do the double bear one, the double bear sketch out of the sketchbook.
One of the problems with artists is they love to give their stuff away.
I know, huh? I do love to give stuff away.
Really
so this is a double bear sketch, and it's done in brown. And it's Brutus is on the top, and Sheena Bear is the one on the bottom.
Oh, Sheena.
Sheena is a female grizzly. And you see the dish in her face? See how her oops, it's hard to do this. Her nose kind of comes out in a little bit of a swoop. That's the lower 48 grizzly bear. And Brutus's nose is straighter, and he was actually a brown bear.
Oh, okay.
And black bears, one of the ways that you can tell a black bear from a grizzly bear, because black bears are sometimes the same color, they'll be cinnamon brown looking. But so like if you're out in the woods and you see a bear from a distance, the hump is a dead giveaway on the grizzly bear because they have a hump up on their front shoulders that a black bear doesn't have. But also a black bear has a perfectly straight nose. I mean, perfectly straight, like a cylinder type nose, whereas the grizzly bear will have the little dip.
You got a bid for 100 already.
Now,
I do. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got a question about black bears.
Okay.
Now, is there more than one species of them in North America, or is it like the deer where, like down in Texas, there's no acorns, so they don't get very big?
Yeah, there's just one species of black bear, but they can come in different colors. Like there'll be cinnamon ones and different
really
colors. Most of them are black, but there'll be some with different colors. And depending on the region, some of them will get huge and some will stay smaller.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It was like
depending on the region. and how much they eat will depend on their size a lot.
I've
And there's a
seen
couple other misconceptions about bears that people really should know if you go out in the woods. And one of them is bears don't necessarily hibernate. A sow will hibernate if she's going to give birth. And a male bear will hibernate if there's no food available. But see, years and years ago, before we mass pollinated the North America, bears just went down to lower ground for the winter, and they didn't hibernate. But now they hibernate because we've kind of driven them up into the mountains, and it gets cold and they can't get food. So now they hibernate most of the time, but not necessarily. Like I say, if you see a bear in the middle of winter, it's not that big of a thing. They do that, but hibernation also cuts their lifespan, which is why at the bear sanctuary that I worked at, they don't hibernate the bears because it cuts down their lifespan for them to hibernate.
Other than the lifespan thing, I wish I could hibernate.
Right.
I know, huh? But it used to be that only the sows that were going to be giving birth would hibernate. But now most of them will hibernate. But every once in a while, you'll see a bear come out in the middle of the snow and kind of check around for food and then go back into hibernation again. So you can't, be out in the woods in the snow and say, oh, there's not going to be any bears, because that's not necessarily true.
Grasshopper, they eat Twinkies. I know that.
My body's been prepared to hibernate for a long time, but I've never been able to get it done.
Where are we at? We're at Xanadu for $100 for the double bears.
Yeah.
The Brutus and Sheena bear.
Wonder if that bear got named after Sheena Easton.
I don't know. Sheena was one of them that was rescued from the sky in Texas he had 2 female grizzly bears. There was Sheena, and her sister, I think, was named Cindy. But he kept them in a 6-foot dog crate. 2 grizzly bears in a 6-foot dog crate for many years before the Fish and Game realized he had them, and they were going to put him down. And these people that own the bear sanctuary went down and got him real fast and rescued him and brought him back up to their sanctuary. And Sheena's sister passed away about 2 years later because she got leukemia. Believe it or not, bears can get leukemia too.
Wow.
And her sister died from leukemia. And Sheena she's probably close to 27 or 28 years old now. And she's doing good, but she looks kind of rough. I mean, you can tell that she's old. But they have to give her, and when I was up there and working, they had to give her medication in her food every night for arthritis, which is no doubt from being in that little cage for so many years. So she has to have big pills mixed in her food every night to take away the pain of the arthritis so she can still get around.
Hey, vibes.
Hi, vibes. Okay, so what are we at? We're at $100?
Yeah.
I've been talking. I'm sorry, guys.
Here's a fun
And
bear
I do
fact.
at $100, and we'll going once, and that's for the double bears. And Sheena and Brutus is on top, and Sheena's on the bottom. I'll show it again. Like say, Brutus is a brown bear, and Sheena is a grizzly bear.
Now, could they mate if they wanted to?
Oh yeah, they could. Yep.
They could if one's on the top and one's on the bottom.
But the bear sanctuary always got their bears fixed.
Nice.
They always fixed the bears so that they wouldn't go into heat, or the males wouldn't get too excited and stuff. So yeah, they always got them fixed. But Brutus and Sheena always went out together because Sheena's kind of grumpy and she doesn't like the other bears very much, but she liked Brutus, so they always got their play time out. They had a big open yard thing with swimming pools for them and stuff. That's about 2 acres, and that's where you can they've got a moat around it so they can't get out, and then you can watch them play and stuff. But Brutus and Sheena always went out together because Sheena doesn't tolerate very many other bears, and she absolutely hates people. And with the story that I just told you, you can understand why Sheena does not like people. Brutus was raised by people from a little cub, and the bear sanctuary was actually built for him when he started getting too big.
He's
And
like a celebrity.
Brutus thinks, or he passed away last year, but Brutus thought he was a people, and he was in a couple different movies and commercials and stuff because he was like well trained and super nice, super friendly, and he didn't think he was a bear. He thought he was a movie star.
Well, he was.
Yeah, but he was so funny because where they let him out of their dens and then they come up into the play viewing area, play/viewing area. They have to go up this hill and they top out over this hill to where they can see people viewing them. And Brutus would always look. He would come up to the top of the hill and he would like pose and he would look. And if there wasn't a big crowd there, you could see he was disappointed. And if there was a big crowd, you could just about see him batting his eyelashes. And Brutus, he was so funny because Brutus knew what a camera was and he liked it. He liked it a lot.
That's awesome.
So did Xanadu, right?
Oh yeah,
Is that
sold
the last
Xanadu
bid?
for $100 for the drawing of Brutus and Sheena.
Heads under attack.
Yep.
And then we'll go with
all you get to see is the
we'll
back
do the
end.
doors. I don't know. This is an old Shaker village. I'll show it real quick. This is
What's that,
like
Ed?
more of a finished drawing,
It's a new fish I'm doing.
and it is from the old Shaker village and the old farmhouse with the handmade broom and the old plank floors, and there's 3 different doorways there.
Move.
And the wrinkles are in the plastic covering, not on the drawing itself. The drawing itself is pristine, perfect. And do we have any bids on it?
Is that your pocketbook hanging up there?
No, it's a little homemade dustpan with the
Ah,
broom. Yeah,
cool. That's not bad, my
like I say, it was in an old Shaker village. And Father Fish bid $50 for it.
Nice.
All right. Father Fish coming in strong.
Oh, I still got myself blown up here. And this old Shaker village, oh, it was so cool. They had an really old-fashioned breed of cows there and stuff. That I did a painting of one of the cows at the old Shaker village. I'll show you guys real quick. Let me pull it up here. It was a fun trip. It was really fun to go see the old Shaker village. I really liked it because I like old stuff like that.
Can you tell what it's going to be off this body?
Not yet. Looks like a rabbit head if you turn it a certain way.
Goldfish.
Oh, you're
There it
right.
is.
Another Blackmore.
All right.
Someplace I got.
The mouth should be.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the chat. Are we still on $50 for the Shaker village?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I kind of like how Blackmores look like they have kind of grumpy mouths when they're shut. Because you're kind of like this.
And while you're doing that, since we've got 3 of us that are the Tennessee Fish Mafia panel here, can I do a shameless plug?
Yes, most
That's
definitely.
good. I was going to anyway, so I'm glad you didn't. Josh, you know, is going to be with us in 2 weeks on there. So 2 weeks.
Grasshopper bid 60. Go ahead.
And then next week is going to be Chubby Guppy Tim, and he's got awesome fish tanks, and he's just an awesome wealth of knowledge. So, and then Father Fish said to Mary Page in their stream the other day that it would be fun to come up on Tennessee Fish Mafia. I don't know if he was serious or not. But
Oh, that would be fun. Yes,
I'm
most
hoping he will.
definitely.
Father Fish said 75. He's not playing. But I don't want to put him on the spot here. I want to talk to Mary Page about it, see if they really do want to come.
But if he doesn't want to go on, then he's not allowed to win this auction, so he has to go.
Right? And I'm going to outbid him, right? Nope. He's
Sorry.
very serious.
This was some really old breed of cow that was in the Shaker Village, and then they had like a round barn and stuff. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to go see that. Of course, this is sold like long time ago, but yeah.
I watched a whole YouTube video, like an hour and a half, on all these different cows from different countries because of your fascination with cow butts, Pam.
I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the link and send it to you.
That was kind of a cow butt, wasn't it?
It kind of was. They all are, aren't they?
I like doing cow's butts. What can I say?
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Oh, I don't know
Danny.
if you said very serious about the fish mafia or serious about the...
No, he meant the fish mafia. He was, as he was saying it, he wrote very serious. So maybe, what's that, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Yeah.
Work it out, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Father Fish.
I'm sorry I missed last night, Bob. That was kind of a disaster.
I'm just glad you got it fixed. I mean,
Oh, I'm glad it was leaking over my kitty litter boxes instead of something important.
thank you, Father Fish.
What was that? One of your tanks was leaking?
No. Okay. Well, we have like a split house. Like I've got everything that my mom and dad have upstairs. You know, I've got like a kitchen and everything, my own everything. Well,
Xanadu,
their
you didn't-
toilet broke upstairs and was dripping down into my area.
Yeah.
Xanadu needs to email. I got your email, but you need to email me your address.
Hey, Kat.
Because I don't see an address.
It's the same as my
Mailing
address.
Huh?
It's the same as my address.
No, it's not. Good try, though. Okay, so where are we at? We're at $75 to Father Fish
Father Fish.
for the Shaker Village doors.
Yeah. Ed Xanadu needs a Tennessee Fish Mafia t-shirt.
And like
Is
I
he
say,
going to
this is,
be at?
this is ready to drop right into an 11 by 14 frame. So when you get it, all you got to do is take it out of the plastic bag and get a 11 by 14 frame with glass and just drop it right into it. And it even has the backing, so all you have to do is fasten it into the frame.
That's awesome.
He's sending his address. Xanadu.
I really like that one, and I'm tempted to bid, but if I just beat Father Fish and then your postage is more, then it's kind of annoying everybody.
You can bid on it. I wouldn't mind sending you a drawing at all, Josh.
To go with my collection.
You got a mini collection. You got the drawing of your dad that I did for you, and you've got You've got one ACEO card. I know, the turtle. Do you have another one or just the one? Yep, the turtle.
I've only got the one. Hold tight. I'll show you guys the drawing that Pam did of my dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Pam doesn't do a lot of humans.
I actually do. I do a lot of people. Not as much as I do wildlife, but I do people.
Well, was Josh's father an awesome subject?
Yes. Yes, he was.
That's nice. Do you look like Mel Gibson?
I can't hear without headphones.
Ed was saying your father must look like Mel Gibson.
Oh, that's a really neat shot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey,
His
He
dad
does?
kind of looks like my dad.
Yeah, he does.
so
Kinda looks Sean Connery look, kind of.
That's my dad's been called Sean Connery many times over the years, but now
It does kind of look like, it's the hat. The hat gives it the Sean Connery look.
Kind of, but yeah, the face too.
Sean Connery's gone hot, and now my dad looks better.
I got this done like 2 years ago, maybe, Pam.
Yeah.
Because Dad had a painting done of him, and was really unhappy about it. So we organised this without him knowing and gave it to him as a gift, and he loved it. Except he put a really ugly frame on it. And yeah, he passed away 6 months ago. So we put a good frame on it, and we actually put this on his coffin at the service. And yeah, I've got it up on one of the walls, but I'm going to put it up somewhere else, a bit more accessible to everybody. But Pam did a great job.
It's on handmade bark paper, and it's charcoal. Yeah, and it was fun to do too.
Thanks for showing that.
Yeah, it looks amazing in person. I remember getting a couple photos of updates from Pam, and then getting it in person. I was like, no, it's a whole different ball game in person.
Yeah, it's hard to get photographs of art. It doesn't. The photographs don't really show it real well.
All right, you're still at 75 for Father Fish. No other bids.
So we'll sell it to Father Fish for $75.
I think it's going to a good home.
If Grasshopper would put my PayPal in there, make sure you send me either with the PayPal or an email. Send me your mailing address, Father Fish, please.
Hey, Craig.
All right, now I got Xanadu's address.
Hey, Craig.
Nobody seems to be worried when I get their address. I don't know why.
Well, Craig, because we know your truck is broke.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You're always snowed in, aren't you?
Good point. Good point. Okay, so we just got the one left, the Swan. Should I sell it or give it away?
Well, let's see if anybody really wants it desperately.
Okay, so I'll show it real quick, and it's just a simple sketch. Please don't bid a lot on it if you bid on it, because this one is really a simple little sketch from life. Where am I at? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. That's why.
Hey, have you guys heard from Jess the Fish Granny lately? I haven't heard from her for a while.
I've seen her post a couple things on Facebook, but she hasn't answered my last message I sent her yet.
Oh gosh, I hope everything's okay.
Okay, this is an adult mute swan. And you could tell it's a mute swan because mute swans have the lump right there.
So what's the medium and all that?
It's charcoal. And it's just it's out of the sketch, right out of a sketch pad. So it's just on white paper.
How come its beak looks colored?
It's not colored. It's just shaded with charcoal.
Okay.
It's those drugs you're taking, Bob.
I hope. Blood pressure better. Careful what you wish for, Xanadu.
Did he wish
I
that he was like you?
suppose.
That Pam could bust his door down anytime.
I suppose I should probably see if anybody wants to bid on it because it's probably going to cost me around $10 to mail it.
It's $30.
Oh. $30 from Xanadu, that would cover it.
That's a beautiful piece. That's well worth it.
Bob went black. Oh, there he is. Oh, Bob
Hey.
Normally when you go black, you don't come back.
Defying the rule.
Yeah. Oh, that's like Grasshopper one time before stream started, he was teasing me and he said something about Pam likes her coffee like I like my women, full of alcohol or something like that.
Oh,
And I told him that actually I like my coffee like I like my men.
strong and black.
Yep.
That's from Airplane.
Is it?
The movie Airplane. Mrs. Cleaver said that.
I thought you were going to say first thing in the morning.
Yep, we're on the last little sketch of the Swan. You missed it.
Xanadu, $60.
But Chappie, I'm like 3/4 of the way done with a Roadrunner drawing for you. So don't feel sad.
Have you got any
I'm
others?
doing a Roadrunner for you.
Show him the ones if he wants to get on that action.
It's just a simple sketch out of my sketchbook. Just not a lot of detail and sketch from life. And it is a mute swan, an adult mute swan. So we got $60 from Xanadu.
So far, this is the look of the fish so far.
Very much a Blackmore looking fish.
Now I got to do that big tail.
Butterfly tail.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say because it skipped my mind what I told Grasshopper about the coffee. That I like my coffee like I like my men, strong, black, and able to keep me awake all night.
Oh. Well, that was more than what June said or whatever.
Yeah. He didn't go that far.
Oh.
Mrs. Cleaver.
I'll never forget. I was at Kmart on Cape Cod when they still had the Kmart there. And I got this little tiny plant because the guy that I was living with told me I couldn't get any more plants. So I got a little tiny one to sneak into the garden. And I was standing there. Line was really long. And I was standing there in this long line. And there was this black guy standing behind me. And he said, what did you look for the smallest plant in the whole store? And I turned around and I told him, didn't your mama ever tell you that size doesn't matter? And he looked at me and he said, my mama never had to tell me that. I was like, oh my God, I was cracking up in line. It was funny.
No.
One of the best comebacks I've ever had anybody give me.
Why did your man not like plants? Do you not like oxygen?
I don't know. I had the whole backyard was like nothing but one big cottage garden with a fish pond and
Yeah, but I hate
cows
people.
going through it with plants everywhere.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Should have been
Hey.
locked up, Pam.
You were talking about the quote from Airplane before?
Yes.
Did you know, fun fact, in Australia, they changed the name of that movie?
No.
So it was called Flying High down in Australia and New Zealand because there was
Ugh.
another movie called Airplane and they didn't want them to get confused.
Oh.
Oh.
Which always blew my mind because it's one of my favorite movies growing up. And then didn't think about it for 10 years. And then I was like, oh, I want to rewatch that movie. And I'm like,
That is a
why
good
can't
movie.
I find Flying High anywhere?
One of my favorite movies that I know by heart. I have to say I know it by heart. Oh, okay.
Father Fish needs your PayPal.
My PayPal is under my email address, which is copy and paste it, because if you spell it wrong, it won't go through. And when you put it in, it's going to come up with Pamela Nelson, so don't worry about it, that part of it.
Well, I don't like that one.
Was I in the middle of saying something or not?
You were talking about Airplane, the movie?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say my favorite movie that I have watched so many times I can, like, throw me a quote from that movie and I'll be able to answer you is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
So, yeah.
And my kids and I have watched it so much that we'll, like, throw out random comments that kind of fit the situation, you know? And we all know what we're talking about and we'll start laughing.
I used to work with a lady, a black lady, a nurse at Blue Cross, and we would do that all the time with the color purple. And I'd ask her, how'd he die? And she'd say, on top of me. Stuff like that.
That's the type of nurse you want.
I
What?
got better.
75.
GRB says she turned me into a newt,
Oh, yeah.
which the following line from that is, but I got better. Then you
How'd
go,
he die, Pam?
oh yeah, the auction's over. Oh, yep, and Xanadu got the last one for, I forgot, $60, was it?
600, I think.
He got
I'd
the
say-
Swan for $60.
I thought it
Yeah.
was
$60
like
for the Swan.
90.
So Xanadu got 3 things tonight.
Holy cow.
And then
Hey.
Father Fish got the Shaker Village.
Hey, Griffin.
And
X2 is like
I
remodeling
thought
a
Alec
house.
got the first. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Hey, Griff.
and I forgot who got what now. Xanadu got the baby swan and the big swan. And
Alexander?
Father Fish got the Shaker Village. And I
Did
think
Alex-
Xanadu got the grizzly bear, the single grizzly bear. Who got the double grizzly bear?
Was that Alexander?
Yeah,
Um,
No, it was Alec.
Oh, Alex.
Alec, yeah.
Alec.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh. PayPal didn't like your email.
Yep, I got it, Alec. That was for the double bears, right? And you didn't send me your address with it, though. You need to email me your address then.
Father Fish said he's having trouble with your email.
Oh, you got to copy and paste it because it's spelled different than you'd think. So I'll put it in again. Yep, Alex went through.
Why did you marry somebody that spells their name weird?
You should have named somebody with my last name.
Right?
Yeah, it says Pamela Nelson
Oh,
when
he
you
got
put it through, but it's under my email, which is Pamela Earlywine spelled with an extra E in there. So copy and paste it. Oh, Alec got the single bear, and you got the double one. Okay. I'll rewatch the stream before I send them to make sure I send them to the right peoples. I usually write it down, but I didn't write it down this time, so I'll just have to rewatch the stream to make sure I get them all sent right. And make sure you send me addresses.
Weird question. Have any of you guys built a website or run a website?
I built one. I used to for fantasy football like years ago.
Yep. Like, and what did you use to build it?
It was called commissioner.com, and you could set up any type of sports betting thing on it. So it was like, it gave me like millions of options to put together different things and move it around on the pages and stuff.
Okay.
So it was like a page. I think it would be like GoDaddy has like tools to help you build things too. But mine already had all the math set up for whatever type of scoring systems.
All right.
Grasshopper, thank you.
But what I'm trying to say is, if I can figure it out, you can do it.
I'm looking at like Squarespace and Wix, and I'm like, just seems to be a bit more complicated than it needs to be. But I'll keep looking.
I know, Mike. That was a different thing. Oh, that was so embarrassing. Mike and I forget who else both got drawings one night, and they were the same size. And I like pack them really good in cardboard and tape them up really, really good and everything. And I switched them. I sent them to the wrong person. Like Mike and another person, they got the wrong ones. So I had to like send them each other's addresses so they could switch.
Oh my gosh.
I was so embarrassed. That's the only time I've ever done that. It was so bad. It was like, because I had them both sitting there and they were the exact same size, and I just put the wrong addresses on the wrong ones.
Well, I've done that too. I was sending out stickers and t-shirts. And the t-shirts were some type of Christmas giveaway we did, and the stickers were just free stickers that people asked for, and I sent people t-shirts that wanted stickers. And the people who won didn't get their t-shirts, they just got stickers. So I still owe Pasiwi a t-shirt, Chattanooga Ed t-shirt.
I gave away a couple of t-shirts a while ago now, and one of them, just every time I'm like, I can meet you to drop it off, or I can mail it to you, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna swing by like your neck of the woods soon. And then like a month will go by, and I'm like, do you coming by soon? He's like, yeah, I'll come by soon. And I'm like, 9 months later, I've still got his t-shirt sitting there, and it's my size, so I keep getting tempted to just go, oh well, I've got 2 Aquaman t-shirts.
Uh-huh.
So have you done your fantasy football draft?
No, we're doing it September 4th.
Ooh.
And we're having 2 leagues. So we'll have 11 o'clock and a 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And if you still want in again, if you can get Yahoo to work, you're more than welcome to join us again anytime.
Well, I did one on the weekend, and I'm doing another one this weekend.
Oh, nice.
I've done a lot more research this year than I've ever done.
So, with your first pick, are you going to take, I mean, you don't have to, but would you take the running back for Indianapolis, Taylor, or would you go with Christian McCaffrey, who could be injured?
Well, I love McCaffrey, and I have the first pick.
Oh!
So I've been debating that in my head for ages.
I'd go with the Indy guy.
Yeah, I
he's
think
younger, and he hasn't been hurt.
Hey, Kenny.
That's if you want to come up and say hi, Kenny. There it is. If
Oh.
you don't, that's okay too.
Pam, I keep forgetting to tell you, I still haven't got my stuff.
Well, I know one of them is in the bunch, so I'm gonna send. I was supposed to send out today, but I didn't feel good, so it's going out tomorrow. The other one should have been there. If it doesn't get there, I will. And it's just the horse and some seashells, and that should have been there. And if it doesn't get there, I'll send another. I've got a couple more horses, so I can send you another one.
With the art I'm mostly.
The art is in the bunch that's going out that I was going to take this morning, but I had stomach issues, so I couldn't. I call it stomach issues, but you can probably guess that I didn't want to leave the house, so
Gotcha.
it's going out in the morning.
Gotcha. Okay. I just keep forgetting to tell you.
But the horse should have been there. But if it doesn't get there by the time I send the other one to you, if you get it and you still haven't got the horse, I'll resend, because it was like a small box with the horses and seashells for your tanks. And
Yeah.
I've still got a lot of seashells, so I can still send you some more of them too.
Yeah. I'll be on the lookout. There is a big box on my porch. It's my neighbor's. It's been sitting there 3 or 4 or 5 days. I always get their stuff, but I'm tired of taking it around to them. They're like half a mile from me, so they'll come looking for it. They track it. Doesn't say live on it.
I suppose if it did, you could just cross it out now.
By now.
My little frog is just doing so good. Oh, and there's Kenny. My little frog's doing so good, Kenny. I got it from him.
And there's Kenny.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Howdy.
Howdy.
good day.
Howdy.
Nice.
How's it going?
Well, I'm making a black moor right now.
Oh, nice, nice. Did you open your package yet?
No, it's sitting there up there.
Oh, man.
I was gonna do it today and have my dad film me, and then my niece came over and she's up there right now, and they're all talking about the wedding, and she's getting married in a month. So, I'm not too rushed about it, because tomorrow I'm going to go to Rax, and he's going to give me an aquarium I'm going to put it in.
Nice.
So, I'm going to put it all together as one whole video, which I think would be pretty cool.
Awesome.
But we were talking about it as we were playing cards before I got on here. I did do that. They were like, "What's in the box?"
What's in the box?
Okay, I still need to get a mailing address from Alec and Father Fish. I haven't got it through on PayPal yet, but send me your mailing address anyway, Lou.
Hey, Father Fish.
Alec,
Is in
I
here?
need to get your mailing address.
Hey, Father Fish.
Father Fish is in here. He's awesome.
Hey, Father Fish. How's it going? Hey, Cat. What's up, everybody in the chats?
Are Kenny and Aquamate twins? They do kind of look alike, huh?
He's way better looking than me.
Fraternal.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Kenny, do you have an Australian accent that you can break out?
Jeffro, hello.
Funny thing about that is, like, so where I live now, I pretty much grew up here. But a couple years ago, I moved about an hour north of where I live now. And like, excuse me, when I moved there, like, I didn't have any friends out there or any family, nothing. I moved out there for work and stuff. And so when I started going out to the bars, and shit, I would talk with an Australian accent the whole time I was out at the bars and stuff. So like everybody that I met out there thought I was Australian for like the longest time. I kept it going for about a year and a half. So it was pretty funny.
I'm just imagining that you're completely American, and then as soon as you sip a beer, your voice just changes to being an Aussie accent.
Yeah, but like,
Alec,
so,
if you're still here, send me your mailing address.
I went to pay my cell phone bill one time, and I walk in there, and this guy that I had seen like played pool with at the bar and shit a bunch of times, he actually ended up working there. And so I walk in, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking Aussie!" And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, mate? I'm just here to pay my phone bill."
Yeah, the PayPal went through, but I don't have your mailing address. So, yeah, the PayPal went through, but I need your mailing address, Alex, so I have a place to send it to.
Alec moved to Australia. I'll look after
I
it.
told you it's the same as mine.
And you can send it to my email, which I'm going to put in again, but copy and paste it because it is spelled different than most people try to spell it, and then it won't go through if you spell it wrong. So do the copy and paste thing and send me your mailing address.
Tweaks.
And hopefully tonight, because I'm definitely going to the post office in the morning, so I can get all this stuff sent at the same times.
Do you have enough tape for that?
You know, I might have to get some more tape because I've only got half a big roll left.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I had to go buy a roll of tape for when I sent the frogs to Bob here.
Yeah.
It's like I was looking for tape everywhere, and I'm like, son of a bitch, am I all out?
I usually get them at Walmart in the great big 4-packs.
Yeah.
But I go through them a lot.
I'm trying to get it to eat.
Last time I went to the post office, they gave me, I asked them if they had a certain size of the priority shipping boxes, and the guy's like, he brought out one size, and I'm like, no, I need the taller boxes, and then he brought out another one, and he's like, this size? And I'm like, yeah, that's the size I wanted, and he's like, here, just take the whole bundle of them. It was like 30 or 40 boxes that he just
Nice. I'll have to get any for a while.
I'm like, sweet, yeah, I'll take all of these.
It should be attached to PayPal. I didn't see it. I clicked on it, and I didn't see your address there at all. So your address didn't go through. The PayPal went through, but the address is not attached to it.
I tell you, this little frog is growing fast.
Yeah, nope. The
Yeah,
address did not
as
come
long as you feed them constantly, they'll grow pretty quick.
It's got his little hump on his butt.
Yeah, I'm so bummed that
Probably about
only
double
one of them
the
made it though. That sucks.
Do you think it's because Bob shook
I
the
never
box too
found
much
them.
before he opened it?
That makes sense.
No, they
they-
were just tiny little
Little-
froglets. So
Okay, do you mind if I run and throw this in the oven? Are we going to be on for a little bit longer?
just another half an hour or so.
Okay, what I had to do was I put a little tie on the fantail so that way it won't spread out when it gets hot.
Oh, very clever.
It's really loose, but it's
What
just
heat do you put them on?
275 for 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not very long.
And then I have all these little fins are for the clown loaches and a couple for the goldfish itself. But you see, I've learned if you put these fins on when I cook it, they all break off and bend and warp.
I'm gonna have to have you make me a cool native fish one.
That'd be cool. I should try to do one of those darters. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, or like the rainbow shiner. Do like
Oh yeah,
like three of them in a little group.
Yeah. What's the shiner that has the little white spots on its head?
A lot of them get that when they get into breeding mode. Those are tubercles.
I'm going to interrupt for just a minute and say, Father Fish, if you're still in here, I didn't get the PayPal, but I'm more worried about your address. So if you could email me your mailing address, because I'm going to go to the post office in the morning, so that would be really good to have it. And same thing with you, Alec. The PayPal came through on yours, but the address did not come through. So I need your mailing address. And you can email it to me. I'll put it in one more time. Email me your
Will.
address.
Granny.
I forgot who it was. Oh, it was Alice. Remember Alice? I forget where. Yeah, she got a drawing one time, and I told her to I had her on Facebook, so I asked her for her address so I could mail it to her. Yeah. And she kept giving me her email address. And I'm going, I can't email it to you. I need your mailing address. It was funny that she did it like 3 times in a row, and then she started laughing. She's like, "Oh yeah, right. You need my mailing address."
Man, when I sit back, you can really tell like
I hadn't seen
a better
one.
size of this tank behind me.
I'm more worried about your address than the PayPal, Father Fish. So be sure to send me your mailing address.
What did you say, Kenny?
I said when I sit back, you can really get a better scale of the tank that's behind me.
Yeah,
that's just a 3-foot tank, yeah.
No, oh, he's joking.
I was just looking at a bunch of your shorts. We got lots
Mine?
of cool stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
the tadpoles turning into the frog.
yeah, those are actually one of the frogs that Bob has now. They're eastern gray tree frogs. They're a North American native tree frog.
Oh,
Okay.
they're gray. Okay.
Well, yeah, because it kind of looks green in the thing, and I was like,
yeah. So they're called eastern gray tree frogs, but they range from a bright green to a gray and green to gray.
I remember reading that now. He's so freaking cute. He's sitting there doing this little throat thing like frogs do. You know what?
How big do they get?
What's that?
How big do they get?
They get about 2 inches or so, 2.5 inches maybe.
Okay.
He might be half an inch now. He might be.
One day I want to try frogs, but not while I've got this mess behind me.
Yeah, I used to keep a couple of years ago. I used to keep poison dart frogs. I had some Dendrobates azuris, the blue and black ones.
Yep.
And some of the Leucomellas, which are the bumblebee ones, the orange and black, or yellow and black. Excuse me.
That's cool. I remember Solid Gold Aquatics. I think she had the blue and black ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like, but she was touching them, and what is it? You're allowed to touch them, but not. How is the poison?
So poison dart frogs get their toxins from the bugs and stuff that they eat in the wild.
That's right.
The insects that they eat consume plants that are high in alkaloids. So the alkaloids transfer into the insects, which then transfer into the frogs, and the frogs turn those alkaloids into their toxins, which they secrete through their skin.
So when they're in,
oh wow,
when you've got them in your house, they're not going to have any of that stuff.
That is so cool,
right?
That is kind of cool and creepy.
Unfortunately, the batteries are dead. I actually dropped the batteries in a fish tank, So
Oh,
I need to put new lights in it. But it lights up and the eyes are bright.
You got to make
But I
another
actually-
one of those with like one of the doll faces that has the eyes that open and close when you move it.
Oh my gosh, I never even thought about that.
I feel like I'm watching Toy Story and I'm in Sid's bedroom.
Right? Like that's one of Sid's fish or something.
I've got to go because I'm meant to be being more productive than I am being right now. And I've got to go get Harry from school shortly.
productive? What's that?
I don't know.
Right.
It's a thing that helps me pay fines for driving in the wrong space, wrong toll, and
dear.
registration and all that sort of stuff.
Oh no.
Well, Aquamate, it was nice to meet you. What's your real name?
Josh,
Josh. I'm Ken.
nice to meet you too. I was having a look because I've been subscribed to your channel for a while. I'm like, I swear we've had a chat, but I just couldn't. Put
Yeah,
the
I
name
forget
face
who's-
together.
I forget whose channel you were on. Maybe Rico Stan or somebody.
Could have been maybe a while ago though. Fair
Yeah.
while. But yes, awesome to have a chat and awesome to catch up with you guys and good work, Pam. I think that was a good result.
If you
Thank
end
you,
up
Josh.
wanting to
Thank
come
you
and
for
play
coming up,
fantasy
Josh. It was
football,
fun.
Have a good day,
Yeah,
Mike.
I might I might message you, Ed, because I'm a bit overwhelmed by two, so why not throw in a third?
yeah. Well, and ours
Awesome.
is you don't have to worry about people giving you a hard time in ours. It's a pretty easy streak or easy.
Ah, cool. So I can just mute it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all soon. I'll see you guys in
Have a good
2
one.
weeks on the Tennessee Mafia.
Yep.
Awesome.
Done. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. Good day.
Good night.
Stay down there.
Good night.
Good night. Vibes. What's up, Vibes?
Vibes is so cool. I got to meet him in real life.
Did you really?
Yeah, he was cool.
That's awesome.
And then I told him I'm not going to say goodbye to you because I'm going to see you next week in Texas.
And then
And
you
then I
had to
didn't.
turn around and go home.
Yeah, I didn't get to say goodbye.
Kind of jelly. Kind of.
I'm excited. I got some new fish coming this week.
Oh, what do you got coming?
They're golden top minnows.
Where are they from?
They range in like the mid-eastern to southeastern United States. They're a North American native killifish,
Nice.
but they're awesome looking. They're like a golden color with the males have red spots and a red tail on them when they're fired up and breeding.
Now, when you go in December to see Patrick and his nephew, what time of the month is that?
I don't know if we've worked out the days yet.
Well, let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll do my best, since it's Christmas or, that time of year, you never know. But
Yeah.
it might be cold.
Father Fish wants to know where you got the fungless.
From Ryan, Wild Fish Tanks.
I'm fixing some coral right now. When you collect, do you dive in the water or do you go from land or?
So most of the collecting that I've done previously has been either with a seine net or dip nets.
Uh-huh.
So do you go wading or?
Yeah, yep.
I'm not being
I've
rude.
had one time I had a bunch of pumpkin seeds, and another time I had a smallmouth bass, and they were all, believe it or not, I caught them with a hook and then, you know, carefully put them in a bucket and took them home, and they were fine.
Yeah, I mean the pumpkin seeds and bluegill and northern sunfish and the rock bass in the tank behind me, all of those guys were caught on hook and line.
Okay, I got your PayPal, and let me see if it's got the address on it. Okay, let me see here. Come on, pull up so I can see you.
Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to check your website too, Fatherfish. I wanted to see what you had available.
Oh wow, Father Fish has a website.
Yeah.
And I did not get your mailing address with it. I got your Gmail though, so I'll send you a Gmail, and then you can
Nice, Alex.
reply to it. You can reply to it and send me your address. That will work.
Yeah, pygmy sunfish are awesome. That's one of the fish that I don't have yet that I plan on getting. I want to get some Everglades or even some black-banded sunfish. Those are pretty cool.
Father Fish wanted me to send some mollies to him, but I'm terrified to do it right now. The last time I tried sending a fish, I killed it.
Oh, I want some wild sailfin mollies.
You know, I don't know if mine are sailfin mollies. We thought they were supposed to be green sailfin mollies, but they're really small and they have a real small black dorsal fin.
Oh.
And they kind of have some spots. They almost look like a goodie over a molly. They're really strange.
Is that the ones that you gave me some, Ed?
I don't know. They were the ones that we caught down in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you caught them in Florida, they're definitely sailfin mollies.
They don't look anything like my big sailfins in my saltwater tank. They
No?
stayed little. No, they stayed real little.
Yeah,
Just
mine
barely
still
bigger than guppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really pretty. I was going to take a couple to the Clash and see if I can compete with them in the wild category.
Yeah. Oh, the Clash had a wild category?
I think they have every category there is.
That's cool. I would have brought some fish if I had gone to the Clash and if I had known about it.
Well, the Clash is still in a month from now.
Oh, that's right. Why am I'm thinking of Triple Crown? Ooh,
in Pennsylvania.
So you
I might have to pick out some of my really nice wild caught natives and bring them with me.
Dang it, I keep shooting myself in the foot. Yesterday, I told Rack about the art competition. Now he's entering his art. I told him about the wild fish, and now he's entering.
There you go.
I'm already in the aquascaping competition.
I'm in that too. That'll be fun. We'll be competing.
Yeah.
I wish they would give us some details because I don't know if I'm supposed to bring stuff or.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know. I had asked them before, and I think they provide the stuff to do aquascaping, but I wanted to know if I could bring some of my own stuff. And I don't think he ever got back to me about it.
Yeah, I know. And I think they need to make it even and tell everybody that asks the same question.
Right.
I've probably got 300 pounds of different types of rocks in my fish room because every time I go to my pet store, Aquatic Aesthetics, I buy about 5 to 10 pounds of rock and bring it home.
I tried to do. Do you remember Kenny E was talking about the hack at Home Depot where they were selling elephant stone and dragon stone for like $1 something a pound
Yeah.
and stuff. But when I tried to do it, they had already switched it.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, it was like
Yes,
I think I think it's like $140 for like 40 pounds or something like that.
I don't have any of those 2 rocks because I totally avoided them on purpose.
Yeah.
I wish I would have bought them though. I was like, yeah, I'll just wait.
One of these days, I'm going to get some of those Okefenokee sunfish. Those guys are cute.
I can't get this glue. Has anybody ever glued coral together?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Well, I used the gel super glue.
Is it actual coral?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it just doesn't seem to want to hold.
Dunk it in water.
Well, I've been dipping water on it.
Ed, Alec Kumanoff said that your mollies are probably pea spinox, and I googled that, and that is what they are. It looks just like the ones you gave me.
Could you text me that? Because I don't have a pen.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Oh, awesome. I'll look it up in my book and fold the page.
Poecilia spinox.
Father Fish took us to this mineral spring. It was so cool. The only thing in it was millions of these little mollies. And I mean, literally millions. And I think it was about to collapse. I bet you they form up millions and then it collapses and then forms again, you know? And we brought them home, and we brought like 120 of them home. And we just put them in normal water. And by the time we got them to my house, there's only about 10 left. And so I dumped a lot of salt into a fish tank and got them turned around with all the salt. And now I don't have any salt with them at all, but it's all F1s and F2s. The original ones were so sensitive. Man. Oh, did you read what Father Fish said?
Yeah, sailfins are native to Malawi. The other ones are from the Yucatan Peninsula.
The molly I really want from the Yucatan is the Amazon molly. I think those are such a cool fish. They're only female, and they clone themselves instead of ever out, producing males.
Father Fish, do you have any natives available right now on your website?
I think that was one of the funnest trips I've ever gone on, was visiting Father Fish and going to his store. I wish we could have spent more days with him.
I remember watching that. It looked like a blast.
It was so much fun. He took us to this restaurant, and we had wonderful seafood. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun hanging out with him and talking with him.
There's what
I wish I could have moved to Venice Beach just to hang out with him all the time. That would have been
see,
neat.
that fish is 2 or 3 times bigger than the.
Oh, wow. He's good size.
Well, that's not what I gave him.
No, that's my dominant male that I keep in the salt water. And I got babies, all sizes of babies in here. So.
Yeah, Alec, I'm exclusively a North American native fish keeper and breeder.
I could take. Oh, I forgot to put the timer on the How long has it been, guys, since I was gone?
It's been gone 15 minutes, maybe. Close.
I don't know, but I would take a peek at them.
You
Okay,
said
guys.
you'd be on 30 more minutes, and so
Yeah, so it's
10 more
probably
minutes.
been 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it wasn't heated, so it was going to take a little longer than normal.
Yeah.
I could show you guys what my fish look like. If you want.
Yeah, let's see them.
We're going to go mobile with the cell phone. Oh,
Okay,
there's
hold on.
cats.
Let me get over here and put you up.
Yeah, get me off here.
Ah, I'm tripping. Sorry about my messy house, guys. Let's see. I'm going to try to turn this so. Can you see them all right?
Yep. It's just like what you gave me.
Some of the males are really neat, though. They, like I say, they almost look like a goodyead.
They do kind of, huh?
They're small for mollies.
Yep, but they're neat.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see, I'm trying to find a real pretty one here somewhere.
I still kept them in with Peter's guppies.
Oh, they're all hanging out here right here because this is where I feed them.
Well, I might have to hit you up, Father Fish, for some of them Everglade.
This is Nathan's tank from Sand Creek Aquatics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that 55 right there is his.
Awesome.
And I can smell the clay cooking, so I'm gonna put this back in and then pull the clay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hop down now, you guys. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta get up early for work.
Okay, it was great. It's always great seeing you, Kenny.
See you, Kenny.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And thank you for coming up.
No problem. Thanks for having me as usual. You guys, everybody in the chats, you all have a good night.
You too.
Yep, I'm going to close it down here in about 8 minutes when it's top of the hour.
Yeah, Pam takes the money and run. Right?
Yep. Well, no, I've been on for like an hour past when the auction finished.
I know. I'm teasing. I've been feeding crickets, so I didn't figure anybody wanted to see that. So. Feeding the fishes now. I think I'm going to get more into geophagus more than I have now once these pacos are moved out of here. Just cute. You guys are just so cute. Oh, Ed's gone. I wondered why it got quiet.
Yeah, he went to check the oven. Cat wants to see you feed your fish.
Well, I'm feeding this 180 right now. They're lined up downstream there.
What are you feeding them?
No frozen tonight, just some granules and wafers and flakes. Got to crush some of it up. I've got to start feeding these little barbs more. They are growing. Get these babies lined up.
Well, the flappy tail fell over and blown
Oh
down.
no.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
really?
Yeah, but that's all right. We'll work with it.
Just say it's genetic.
He's just really stiff. It's kind of cold out there. What I should have done was put both pieces separately and put them on round rocks to let them twist around the rock, melt over the rock.
Yeah.
It's not hot enough for a rock to explode, or long enough.
No. 175. No. I wouldn't think so. I used to know what temperature water boiled at. No more.
I had a person today yell at me about I keep my guppies in too small of a fish tank. And it was in a specimen container so you could see the guppies.
Yeah.
They were like, that's way too small of a tank for them to be living in.
You want me to send the Tennessee Fish Mafia around to counsel them?
I just said, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Right. Oh, wait, you are the Tennessee Fish Mafia.
I mean, they were tub guppies, and I pulled them out with a specimen container. I'm tubbing them in those little specimen containers, I guess.
Giraffe catfish came out. Yeah, he's gone.
This year, my water hyacinth's been dying off. I think
Mine hasn't done well either. It's still inside, but it died back.
Well, I was wondering if maybe the big tree that I use has gotten too big, and it's just not getting enough light anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. I mean, this tree is just a monster.
Mine could be too much shade too. Not enough sun coming in the window. Didn't think about that. You see that geoed? Oh, it went away. Never mind.
Nuts. As soon as I looked up. Oh, is that him back there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one from Ginger.
Oh, that's awesome. You still have her jaguar?
Oh yeah, and the little male's big now. They haven't been spawning lately, which is good.
Oh, wow. So she didn't eat him or anything?
Nope. He's about 2/3 her size now. Oh.
Now, will he always stay smaller, or will...
It says that the males get bigger. What I researched, but so I guess he'll get big. Princess needs something. Look at her. Princess. Bless her. You know what? I took the table there to put a reptile on, and I put the lamp over in the chair and the stuff on it, and that's her chair. Princess. Bless her. Bless her. Oh. Bless Princess. God love her.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She is sweet.
Sweetest thing.
She is. I got to cut this Arresta collar off and put some Advantage multi on her. It's no good anymore.
So let's see what happened to your fish, Ed.
Okay. Wow, this is really hot, but it came out perfect.
Yeah.
But the tail came apart and it was flat like this because it fell over and then just flattened. So I had them kind of like they were kind of doing
like,
this.
Yeah.
So
Can you still use them like that though, or do you have to do them over again?
What I should have done is put it on a rock so it would have just formed with a rock.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I could do them over again. It might be a better solution to just do it over instead of, because I was going to glue them at an angle like this. You know, and then the cool thing about this Sculpey is I can use a Dremel on it and smooth it all out. So I'll line it up to the tail and smooth it out so it's like the right shape.
Yeah.
To grind it in there.
Yeah.
But I might just make a whole new one. I think that's the smart move. Is just to put 2 rocks and let them.
That's a good idea. Get the nice curve of the rocks on there.
Yeah, I'll make 2 more. That's the stuff right here. I've just got a little ball of it left out of this pound.
Okay, well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. Fatherfish, be sure to send me your address before you go to bed. And thank you, everybody that got stuff in the auction and all that good stuff. And good night, everybody. And I will be streaming Wednesday night. I'll see you Wednesday night. Good night.
Good night.
Dreams.
Don't cuss yet, Bob.